Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Lunishban Sam Yaakov Leava Sitzchok. We're holding in Avoda Zara Daf Chovov, starting from the Mishnah in Amud Aleph. So the Mishnah. Bas Yisrael Siyaled Esayus Kachonis. Here we come to an interesting discussion regarding having a woman, a Bas Yisrael, to be the midwife for a guy. Could that happen or not? So Bas Yisrael lo siyaled esayus kechovim pishmeledis ben avodas kechovim. So the reason the Mishnah brings is because the child will be born is going to be worshiping Avoda Zara. Worshiping Avoda Zara, that's the reason that she should not be miyaled a goy. Avodas kechovim miyaled is Bas Yisrael, but a goy so can give birth to a Jew. Bas Yisrael lo yiseinik bno avodas kechovim. A woman yid should not nurse a goy. Avodas kechovim menika bno shel Yisrael b'shuso, but Avodas kechovim could nurse a Jewish boy under the rishus of the Yisrael. What's under the rishus of the Yisrael? It is because as we'll see in the Gemara, they're controlling the fact that we know that the goysa is not going to do something suspicious under the control of Yisrael.
I should worry about, like we said before, about killing.
Oh, so kill. So that's b'shuso helps. B'shuso helps. So there's also, so we'll see in the Gemara, it's also similar, we'll see B'shusa. Why didn't it say B'shusa in the beginning of the Mishnah? That's a good shayla. There is an error over here because it seems here the Mishnah goes, it says clearly that if a kechovim can give it to a nurse, a Jew. We find the Gemara brings, I forgot where the Gemara is, the Gemara says that the nursing from a goyso is like, it is an issue. You know, I mean, we go back to the story of Moshe Rabbeinu, they don't want to be yoinek from a goyso. But that's a Moshe Rabbeinu, it's the Maila Moshe Rabbeinu. And our Gemara goes, our Mishnah seems to be no problem. A Yisrael can be nursing from a guy. So Toysi brings the Lashon of a Yerushalmi, that Yerushalmi brings the pasuk in Yeshaya that says, "Vayumelachim oimnayich v'sorosem mini krisaych." So you have Adarab. It's going to be it's a nevuah that losid lavoi. The goyim are going to be nursing Am Yisrael. So it seems to be like something that we're waiting for. So the Maaseh, I didn't go too much into it now, but there is a discussion in the Rishonim regarding this, and it comes out that we're only doing this in Mokom et Tzorich. You don't just allow a goyso to be Menekes Yisrael unless it's something which is needed. Some of the Rishonim want to bring has to be something which is close to Sakana in order to do that, and not just allow a goyso to be Menekes Yisrael.
As a Jewish doctor to deliver goyso.
Very good, excellent. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment. Soon, in a few more lines in the Gemara. So Gemara Tonu Avanon. Bas Yisrael lo siyaled esayus kechovim miyaledes ben lavos kechovim. So similar to what we saw in the Mishnah, the Brisa says that a Jewish woman should not be miyaledes, should not give birth to a child of lavos kechovim because the child's going to be worshiping Avoda Zara.
How do you know?
Meaning, if the mother is and
I understand, but you assume you don't try your best to try to. Maybe they'll be if they know.
Here,
do it.
Here, go to her. Here. So by Yid, we'll see that when you have a case of a mumar, we'll see that actually in this daf that we say, do we assume that they're going to be doing tshuva or not? So you're saying by a guy, why don't you have any type of assumption that you can get the tshuva? I know it's a good error. Says the Gemara but a goyso should not give birth to a Jewish woman, and this is already not like our bride, not like the Mishnah. They're going to kill the child. That's it. Says as long as there are other, that goes back to your point, there's other Jewish women around her. So then she could give birth. In other words, there's people around. She's not alone. We allow it. But not when they're alone. There's the first sheet that says not to give birth, even when others are there. Something she'll put her hand. Rashi explains the puso means the forehead of the baby. And kills the baby. In a place where the brain is a little softer, she may kill the baby without the Jewish woman that are around her realizing it. So like we found a story, there was a woman, meaning it was a Goyish woman who told her friend, meaning you're a midwife of the Jews, But the daughter of the midwife of the Jews. In other words, in a derogatory way, she says, "Who are you? What are you doing? You're giving birth to Jewish children." There's more. There's so many bad deeds that I'm doing to the Jews. I'm taking blood out of them. Like the Rashi says the ketzef, you have like on the top of the beer, the foam of the river. Meaning, you talk about, I'm taking so much blood out of them. I'm causing so much death. I'm killing their children. So the midwife, this Goyish midwife, at the minute, of course, saying that she's killing Jewish children. Meaning, it's like she wanted to defend herself. She says, "What are you doing? You're helping this Jewish woman." She says, "No, I'm really killing them. I wasn't actually killing them because there were other Jewish women around. The question is, can you rely on other Jewish around, on the Jewish people to protect the baby?" The more it goes on, it says a similar thing regarding nursing. She should not nurse a goyish baby. Like you said before, it could be worshiping over the Zara. But if it's chavim loiseinik is beno shel bas Yisrael, and the goyish should not nurse a Jewish boy, she's chashuda to kill the baby. So again, similar solution. As long as she's not nursing her alone, there's other Jewish women around, it's gonna be okay. Not alone. Even if other people are there, it's not good enough. Suddenly she puts like a cream of a poisonous cream on her breast outside. In other words, before she goes into the room, she's going to put that cream, and then she's going to go in. Nobody's going to know, and the baby's going to drink from the cream and going to die. Similar with tzricha. I need both cases: the case of Leida and the case of Miniko. There's no other way. How can you kill a baby when you have other women around? But by Miniko, she could put the cream before she goes into the room. Nobody's going to know. Maybe in that case, they agreed to her mayor. Maybe there it says Rameir at this point because she can hide it. Also, the shayfel is the dad mavroy because she's going to put the cream outside. The kadalei let this lo yefshor but by this, it's not possible to do that without knowing it. So maybe then Rameir agrees to Rabbanan. That's why I need both cases. Toys already mentions over here. Another we should discuss it. That when you speak about others standing around, we do rely also on Yechezkel v'nichnas, like we have any dining of hashgach of kashrus. Yechezkel v'nichnas will be also good enough, and as long as there's someone there. But it says places to give kids to a guy without any shmira, that they can't do. And he brings that sometimes they give the children to the goysos and they let them sleep there. And nobody's there. What?
Every single person has a shvatz baby nurse in the house now.
Right. So if
it's a difference.
No, but if you have a Jewish mother in the house,
yeah, but the mother's sleeping off. That's why the nurse.
So then you could say that she's there. She's in the house. She wakes up.
You can also say this is a business. She's making a living. If everybody dies, she's not going to make a living.
Right.
I thought even for kashrus, I thought you can rely on the.
Right. So, but it's not enough. It's not enough, especially not in Tavis Shulchas Dom. We don't rely on money. Just Shulchas Dom.
I was more with the Malchus.
We'll see what.
You have to say more with the Malchus on those.
So maybe today is different. The Chodim do bring it. And maybe today is different because today you have the government. It's a little harder to do it. Maybe then you can rely on that. That's considered to be like a mashgiach, similar to what the Moshe says regarding milk. How do you rely today on milk? Forget about it. Talk about what about the fact that maybe they're going to switch the milk from cow milk to something else because you have a government control. So this could be also done maybe by babies. Okay. Says the Gemara of Erminu, Gemara asks the question. Yehudis may led this of his kachovim b'schar, avaloi b'chinam. A Jewish midwife can give birth to a baby if she's getting paid, but not doing it for free. Omar Av Yosef b'schar shari mishum evo. You could do it. Why can you do it b'schar? Because then it's evo. What do you mean? You have a midwife. She gets paid to give birth to be a maleledis. And now she says, I don't do for goyish woman. Yeah, because I will cause evil. So they say the Neymar, Uludi of his Kachovim Bishabta Bischar Shor Mishum Evil. So they say also to give birth on Shabbos, you'll be allowed to do it because of evil. Abaye says no. Why not? By us, that we do Chilul Shabbos in order to, they can do Chilul Shabbos for themselves. Sorry, by us, that they or keep Shabbos. So we do Chilul Shabbos to save them. In other words, we only Michal Shabbos, someone who always keeps Shabbos. So do that. So Rabbi said you could get out of it by saying, I have a reason why I'm giving birth only to Jewish women, not to Goyish women. So you can nurse on Shabbos, you can nurse B'schar because of Eva. She also get out of it. She can say Pnuyahi, if she's Pnuyo, she doesn't want to nurse because she wants to get married, and people don't want to marry someone who's a nurse. I get my husband doesn't like it that I'm nursing other babies. So that's what she can get out of it. And one more in Kuda here regarding the same theme. So it says, as we'll see, we'll get back to it in a moment, that when you have a goy that falls into a pit, you can't throw him into the pit, but you don't have to take him out of the pit. So asuki b'schar shori mishum evil, maybe you can take him out of the pit if he's paying, because now if you don't do it, it'll be evil. What are you leaving there in the pit? So I'm sorry, I can't help you right now because my son is on a roof. I have to reach him. Oh, I have to run to the government and have some kind of DMV appointment. I can't come help you right now. I need to run. So he has excuse to get out of it. So discussion here between Rav Yosef and Abaye, can you get out of it or not? One that could just to point out, there's a lot of here, but one thing here, Tais already asks, how do you give birth to a baby on Shabbos? What about Chilul Shabbos? This is what you were talking about. Right? So Tais says that it's not really Chilul Shabbos. It's only a Shvus. There's no Yisur D'Oraisa of giving birth. Tais wants to say that when you take a baby out of a womb while the baby is not ready to be born, then it's a Chilul Shabbos. Tais brings the Gemara on Shabbos. But if you're talking about when the baby is already ready to be born, so that's not a Chilul Shabbos, it's only Yisur D'Rabbanan Shvus, and therefore we do it Mishum Evil. So that's what it says over here. So this leads to a big discussion in the Poskim. Chazal Sefer has a big tshuva regarding can a Jewish doctor do Chilul Shabbos in order to save a goyish person, to save a person's life. If he's a goy, can you do that? What about can you do Chilul Shabbos? Can a Jewish midwife be able to do Chilul Shabbos? Right now, Teresa says it's only with the Rabbanon. Okay, could she do Chilul Shabbos if to give birth to goyish babies on Shabbos? Are you allowed to do that or not? And the Chazal Sefer has a big discussion about it. But one of the Kudas he wants to point out that I saw, he says that you have a problem today of Eva by us too. What's the Eva? The Eva could be Sikaras Nefashis. If you have a Jewish woman, Jewish midwife, doctor, who's not willing to save a goyish life, it's going to cause the goyim to kill the Jews. So he says that could be a Sikaras Nefashis just to be in fact to do that. They're going to kill the Jewish. There's another Savara brought down. I saw that the end of the Masifta, the beginning of Ramosha, the Ramosha brings that regarding you have another problem that if a Jewish doctor is not going to save Goyish people, so then a Goyish doctor is not going to save Jewish people. So you're causing your Sekaros Nefashos, even though it's not direct Sekaros Nefashos. That's a bigger Chiddush. Right now I don't have Sekaros Nefashos in front of me, but because there is a sakana involved, that able you could do even a Chilul Shabbos D'Oraisa maybe, not like Tosis over here. That's some of the discussions the place can have on this Nekuda. Okay, it says the Tani Ravo Kamid Abirchanon Hoyv Kechovim V'Roy Bei Madako. So Kechovim are Hoyv David Zara. What's Roy Bei Madako? Roy Bei Madako are the ones that are shepherds for Bei Madako. Tosis already points out, says, look how much we're machmir on a Roy Bei Madako. Because when you find people that are gazlonim, someone's a gazlan, he's over a rich yisur, someone's a thief, he's over a yisur d'oraisa. We don't say by them that we're going to say right now the ma'alim v'loy moridim. We save their life. If you have a gan is over a yisur d'oraisa. Here you have Rei Bei Medak. What's a Rei Bei Medako? Say Rabbanan were said not for you should have a shepherd using a Bei Medako. It's because they're going to be. It's a little bit of they may come together. So says Taisus could be that here we're more machmer and Rei Bei Medako more than The Nekazolim says places yes, and the other Rishonim is bringing it as well, because of their abundance. So people don't care so much. But their Raisa, people know it's Yisur Raisa. You don't have to be add to them another layer of chumrus. But Rebbe Medak, it's only Yisur abundance, so therefore we add this layer with the layer. We don't bring them up from a pit that they fell into the pit. We don't kill them, but I don't help them if they're in a time of sakana. I let them stay there and let them die. Aval haminim. What does it mean? Rashi says the meaning is koimim lavos kechovim. They're priests for Avoda Zara, but kechovim ben Yisrael, even a Jewish priest. For if he's a priest, v'amisoyis. Misoyis are what the melshinim, the ones who do al shana to the malchus. V'amumorim. We'll see in a moment the ones who can speak what a mumor is. There's another gear so you have a pikorsim. How you moiridim v'loy malim. You can actually kill them, and not, of course, you're not malim. We'll see in the more what's the chiddush v'loy malim, but you moiridim into the bar. We I learn you can bring him a shavas aveda for a mumor koshken. It could be aveda of gufay, save his body, save his life. And you say that you're putting the mumor into the bar. Sasami mikan mumor. Remove mumor from the list. Mumor is not part of the list. Says the Gemara, "Velish nelei kan mumor oichel tevis neves leteavoin kan mumor oichel neves lachis." Say maybe there's two different mumor. What's a mumor? Mumor is someone that doesn't keep a mitzvah of the Torah. He's oichel neves. But so there will be a difference. There's two different types of mumor. So mumor who does leteavoin. What does it mean leteavoin? He has a desire. He can't stop himself in the desire. His mumor lachis is doing it purposely, because he wants to be machis, doing to upset HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So maybe someone who is mumor lachis, that's when we say moridim below me'alim. But mumor l'tov not. So says the Gemara, kasovar oichel neveus lachis minu. Someone who does lachis has the same level of a min. What's the min? We said before. Rashi said before, the min is a priest. Someone who does aver lachis, Rabbi Yochanan holds that he is a min. What does it have if it means? Look at what Rashi brings in the beginning of the narrow line. Rashi says minu. V'atana l'reisha min. Already mentioned min. V'kama dvarim atzinu chiluk bein min lemumar. Kegoin sefer Torah shekos min yisoref fedocha. So min you have a din. If you wrote a sefer Torah, we bring the sefer Torah. And what's the acha? Like I've been reading, you have a din that you put him into the bar, you let him die. So this is a din of a min, not by a mumor. What's a min? So Rashi brought in the beginning, the min is a priest, and we're saying now also mumor lach is also a min. So mumor pligi avachav ravinu chadom letov and mumor lach is min ave, like we just said now. The chadom I feel lach is now a mumor. He's also considered to be a mumor. Eleizu mean what's the mean? Zo oived alile kechavim. Meaning that that is this priest, the use over here is Avoda Zara. So that's because someone's either a worship of the Zara mamish or he's a priest of the Zara. But he's saying the mumor is part considered to be like a regular mumor, which is included whenever the dinim that the mumor has. So the mumor sivei ochel parish echod or yotush echod. So he eats different types of worms. Hareze mumor. Because you don't enjoy a parish or a yotush like a mosquito, you don't enjoy it. Sometimes you're not really enjoying it, but he's doing it not because of joy. He's doing it because he wants to know what's the taste. He's curious, it's curiosity. It's not that he's doing it lahachis dafka to upset HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But he says interesting. They say the Torah says that to eat this. Well, what is this taste? I want to know what it is. So you can put him down to the board, as we said before, but you don't bring him up if he fell into the board. So of course, if I can put him down, I don't take him out. So the Gemara, what does it mean? There's some kind of a step to go out of the bar, he can take it out. Meaning what? The nakid le'ilo gives an excuse. I don't want my animal to see the steps that go down to the bar. She's going to fall into the bar. I'm not going to be able to take her out. So I'm taking out the steps. Can go and cover the bar. Cover the bar with a stone. I want my animal to be able to walk on this bar and not fall down. Ravina Oma Shivaya Sulam Misalkoi. There's a ladder where they can take it out. I need this ladder because my child is on the roof and I need to bring him down. So I need to have an excuse in order to, I'm taking away these steps. So as Tosis points out over here, and other Rishonim as well. What do you mean? We just said that you could be Meridim. What is Meridim? You put him into the bar. I put him into the bar, so what do I have to have an excuse why I'm taking away the steps? Which excuse do I need? I just threw him into the bar. So if I can do it, I need to have an excuse why I'm taking him out, why I don't need steps taken out. So Taisa says the following. The Losho Taisa says, "Yishloima de Muridim Ainu Kishiyadeinu Tkifo Bizman Habayis." How be Samigdosh? We are strong. Am Yisrael has the powers, so then we can put him into the bar. Avaloi Malim, what is that talking about? Avim Ein Yadinu Tkifo. If we're not on control. Now you have to have an excuse, because if not, you'll get to evil. You'll get to the fact that it's evil, so that's why you need to give some excuses what happens always. So in other words, there's two different cases. When we said it comes out from the Gemara, Muridim v'loy ma'alim, Muridim b'zman she'am Yisrael has control. V'loy ma'alim, meaning if I have a way to get away the stairs or something else, take away the ladder from the bar, then I say v'loy ma'alim b'zman she'en yadinu t'kifu, two different cases. And this is what the Achronim bring, that today we don't have any ability. We don't these halachas of Muridim v'loy ma'alim we don't apply today. This is really based on this thesis, because we kifa, and if a person comes with some excuses why he did not save someone's life, that's just going to cause not only evil, it's going to cause nefashos. So all these ideas of Muridim v'loy ma'alim is only in that time. Furthermore, is brought down that the idea of Muridim v'loy ma'alim, Chazon Ish brought out that we have the dinim of the mumorim, right? That we say by a mumor that Muridim v'loy ma'alim, that we're going to put them into the bar. Today we don't say that. So he says the Chazon Ish says something very fascinating. Nekudo. He says Muridim v'loy ma'alim that you say by a mumor is only when the emes is nikar. It's very clear what is the das emes, what is the truth. A mumor is somebody who is taking himself out of Klal Yisrael and he wants to be different. He either because of te'avon or because of la'achis, depends on the case. So then you say I'm Muridim. But today he says it's such a there's a time of confusion in the world, and the mumor is Yisrael doesn't know what he's doing. It's Chazish maybe L'Shitas that he spoke about that today all the non-from are under the category of Tinuk Shenishba. So there are it's a time of confusion. You don't say anymore Mumma Muridim v'loy ma'alim. You don't put him into the bar. We try Adarabah, that's what we mentioned before. They tried to be Machzer Oysa Mitshuva and bring it back to Das Yisrael. We'll stop over here because now we're starting a new sugi that goes into the next knowledge.
Also, next,